Yo, welcome back to the GM Podcast. I'm Miller.
I'm Gav.
And today we're going to be giving a little Olympics recap and talking about how it ended, how it went,
Facts.
and what implications it has on next season. So, firstly, I'd just like to talk about the gold medal game against France. USA won 98-87.
Yes.
And obviously the storyline in that one, Stephen Curry
Masterclass.
with the 24 points, but made his last 4 threes in the last 3 minutes of game time.
Yeah. Four in a row at the last couple minutes.
I think that's the best heat check I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And based on the stage it was on, it probably will be for the rest of my life. And if I see something else like that, the shots he was making, just automatic. And those aren't easy shots. The only easy shot he had was a pump fake off of a Devin Booker drive.
But it's still tough.
It still looks so good. Like, he just knows. And apparently the last shot, which is the craziest shot I've ever seen in my life, he said he had dead legs, and that's why he shot it.
Well, that's the shot you're supposed to miss. Like, that's the heat check.
That's the shot that's what you do when you have dead legs.
Yeah.
You just throw it up there.
But that's out of the heat check shots, like, most hoopers know, like, you're making those first 3 probably, like, those are tough buckets.
Yeah.
That fourth one, like,
yeah,
you're missing for the most part.
Absolutely.
And
that is true.
That
shows
he passed the heat check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that last shot, I'm not gonna lie, like, I watched it on like 0.5 speed just to see like everybody's reaction in the crowd and D Wade's call on it with I don't know who the other commentator, but it was just amazing to see.
And I was like watching it, I was just like, he passed it to KD. I'm like, get it back. Like,
and KD was giving it back.
The room.
Yeah, he read the room. It was so good. And then LeBron on the other side doing a night celly, like, it was just it was great to see. So
not for sure.
And really, it felt like it was kind of bittersweet because it kind of felt like an end to our generation as coming up. You know, those were the 3 guys that really solidified that 2010s
and it brought light back to them, because I don't want us to get carried away by what we just saw in this Olympics.
Yeah.
LeBron, KD, and Steph, I don't have them doing anything in the NBA anymore. While, like, maybe KD with the Suns.
Yeah.
Maybe the Lakers, like, but definitely not the Warriors. So it's kind of like it brought back light and made people remember, like, they're still. What
it does show is that these guys are so talented. They're better than any players in the league, or they were. But for one game, they're probably still
the best,
at least top 5 players in basketball.
One game, yes,
for one game. So once again, great to watch those guys play. Everyone played their part. Devin Booker with a great Olympics. He fit in well. But this is where I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna let you talk about some more things later. But I think that the world has gotten a little bit carried around, or especially our generation.
Yeah.
I think people don't want to admit that KD, Steph, and LeBron, that their time is up. And I wouldn't say it was quite up, as in, like, once again, if you need a game from them, they're going to give you that game.
If you need that play in, they're going to win that play.
Even next year.
Yeah.
They're going to show up in those big time moments. But what's important is there's an 82-game regular season that these guys have to get through.
And availability is the best ability.
Absolutely. And we are in a time period where those aren't the best players anymore. The best 3 players in basketball, which isn't arguable, by the way. There's a top 3 players in basketball, is Giannis, Luka, and Jokic. That's what it is. Those guys have taken over basketball in the NBA. They've showed it. Luka getting to a finals this year, Jokic getting to a finals, and Giannis just being as dominant as he's been every year is really not a discussion.
Yeah.
So I do think people are kind of attached to that last generation, and I think we are at the point to where it's definitely a transition,
right?
Which is why some of these guys are just better now. It's what it is now, and that doesn't mean that Steph Curry, KD, and LeBron aren't still bringing the most eyes to the league.
Yeah,
but as far as their impact on winning, it's not the same anymore, and that's just what it is. And I love those guys. Those guys I watched just like everyone else did.
Yeah,
and I watched them on the biggest stages.
You can't talk about our generation of basketball the last 20 years without those 3.
Absolutely.
I mean, I can't think of, obviously, recently, but before recently, I can't think of a finals that one of those three weren't in.
Exactly. And another thing is, it's like those guys are all like, I don't know. I just feel like once again, if they made a Game 7, those guys are gonna come. And we haven't seen anybody at this age. 3 of these guys are all old and still playing at this elite level.
And I think we're gonna start to see more of that.
Yeah,
and
this longevity,
because you have to look at these players and really realize what their skill set is.
Yeah.
So it's not. So Giannis will not age well at 40. I do not think.
No, he won't.
But LeBron is crazy. LeBron is the crazy one. But Curry and KD, they hit shots.
They hit shots.
They hit shots. That's not. They'll be 50 years old and able to hit shots if they're in shape and keep their
absolutely
reps every day. So same thing. Like that's why I said the same thing with the Mavericks and Klay Thompson. I think Klay Thompson revives himself, and Klay Thompson. Not to talk about Klay Thompson too much, but like he can still shoot the ball.
Yeah,
he can hit open corner like Luke. Like he's gonna look good. Like shooting won't go away from you if that makes sense. I mean that's why Ray Allen was able to play late in his career and be very effective because they're just asking you to hit shots.
Yeah,
that's the thing with Curry. Like Curry can age to where he can't play point guard anymore, and there will be a team that will sign him right now to play shooting guard. Even at his height, someone will play him as an undersized shooting guard to run off screens and catch and shoot shots.
The Warriors they have to look at this and be like, why do we not just go all in with this guy? The team was never over. I mean,
I know.
I think, first off, I'll throw this in there, right? I think Curry is the best of those three. As of right now, today, Curry is the best player. He has the most recent championship, which I think is his best year. People might not agree with that. People think
I don't think he was the best as an individual, but it just showed because I think unanimous MVP Curry would have won. Like
he would have did it too.
Yeah. Like I just think
that was the most mature.
Yes, like that was the most, and he could guard at that. year. That was the one year he could guard. He was strong enough. He wasn't a cone out there.
I felt like nothing could shake him that year. Yeah. It was him. He had something to prove, and he was gonna go get it, and that's what he did.
He proved us wrong that he can win without.
Absolutely,
you know what I'm saying, Kevin Durant.
But I don't want to return to the Jason Tatum talk, but like what implications does this have on the regular season and as a finale? Like
I think the Celtics are going to be scary, and I'm not backing down on anything I said in previous videos. This guy now is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 5-time All-Star, 4-time All-NBA, 3-time All-NBA first team in the last 3 years. That means he's, in voters' eyes, he's a top 5 player in the world.
In the last 3 years.
In the last 3 years in a row. Eastern Conference Finals MVP, All-Star Game MVP, All-Rookie First Team, most playoff points before the age of 27 in NBA history, most points in a Game 7 in playoff history, only 30-point per game season in Boston Celtics history.
Out of all those players.
So, yes, I don't care about fit. I care about fit, but I think you can find him 10 minutes. I'm just going to stand on that take. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I don't.
And let me clarify this for our viewers. We never said Jason Tatum. Well, first off, Jason Tatum is a better basketball player than Devin Booker, but we never addressed that. Our initial argument was that Steve Kerr should have right away when Jason Tatum became available, and he obviously wasn't there as fast as some of the other guys, but as soon as he became available, he should have been into that lineup. Not the starting lineup, but wherever you needed to play him, because once again, no one is getting mad that KD and LeBron is playing over Jason Tatum.
No.
Especially at this stage of their careers. It's just no one cares. But Tatum getting a DNP first set the mood for the rest of the Olympics. Yeah. It set up his mindset for the rest of the Olympics. I guarantee you.
But I don't even when people like if Tatum got in the game and did something bad, I didn't even want to judge that.
No.
Like because I don't even know how a superstar player like that can mentally be there, and I give him so much props by the way he handled it.
Absolutely.
Obviously his mom came out on Twitter, but Jason Tatum, he came out with a statement. He said this is not affecting his decision on the 2028 Olympics. Like he just handled it like a professional and a mature basketball player. Like he said it was a humbling experience, which I think is the best way to take it. And I think he's going to be more motivated than ever after winning a championship. And that's not even to say his running mate Jaylen Brown will be way more motivated than he is.
Yeah. So I think, once again, I think the initial argument was that Jason Tatum should have found a way into the lineup somehow.
Yeah. 10 minutes.
People love to bring up 0 for 16 on jump shots. I feel like the fact that he got that DNP first game, no more confidence.
Yeah.
And as a player, you're supposed to have that confidence. Nothing is supposed to shake you, but that doesn't happen to superstar. That's the most disrespectful thing I've seen in a while.
No,
it just doesn't happen. So you can't be mentally 100% in a situation when you get disrespected to that level. I've been in situations like that to where it's just one thing that a coach does that it's like there's no possible way that could happen, that you could treat me like that. And you just tune out. And that's what happens.
This isn't young Jason Tatum where all you can expect from him is buckets.
Yes.
He is an elite playmaker.
Yeah.
If you watch the few minutes he played in the gold medal game, the 10, 11 minutes, other than Bam, I think I like Jason Tatum on Wemby more than anybody.
Yes.
In the few minutes I saw.
Yeah.
He was physical down low with him.
Yeah.
Other than Bam, I would say, yeah. This guy brings more to the table than just scoring.
Yeah.
He's an elite rebounder.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a game in the Olympics. He had a 10-10 game.
I mean, he was 7th in scoring in the NBA this year with Jrue Holiday, Jaylen Brown, and Derek White on his team.
Yeah. Only 30-point per game score in Boston. Think about the Boston Celtics.
The players of the Boston Celtics franchise.
He is the only player to average 30 in that franchise.
And
on winning
teams too.
You can't show me a losing team that he's played on.
And he's been in the Eastern Conference Finals how many of the last couple of, it's ridiculous.
And I'm not saying he is the only reason. I think he's one of the main reasons.
Yeah.
But and especially previously he's the main reason.
Yeah.
But he's not the only reason. But I don't want to hear they've been a powerhouse since he's got there, because other than the one Isaiah Thomas year, before that the Celtics were not that.
Yeah. For sure.
I'll give Jaylen Brown obviously props, but Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum is what turned his franchise around.
Yeah.
Let's not get it twisted.
Absolutely.
Let's not. They love to talk about super teams, but a team without Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart and all these players, Marcus Smart, Rob Williams, all them, even Derek White, Jrue Holiday with no superstars, not a good team.
We don't talk about those guys without Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum.
Yeah,
it's
love Derek White.
It's the notion that's a great point you bring up, because I've heard a lot of stuff, and obviously the ranking.
I've heard people not trolling say Derek White's better than Jason Tatum,
and that's my problem. We have to remember that these guys were not household. Bro, Derek White on the Spurs.
On the Spurs was not talked about.
Bro, Jrue Holiday on the Pelicans wasn't he hasn't been talked about this much his entire until he was talked about on the Bucks, but he was not talked about on this level.
That's my point.
And this is exactly.
And Chris Middleton. Let's not forget how Chris Middleton was.
So I think, and then once again the Devin Booker thing. Jason Tatum this year, and Devin Booker shot 56 from 3. He fit in the Olympics, right? Once again, that's not an argument. If he's hitting, play him.
Wait,
I think he should have started.
And it's not don't play Devin Booker.
No, it was never don't play Devin Booker. Right now we're just clearing up the tape.
Exactly. And I said this in a previous video when I was criticizing Steve Kerr. I think the most valuable coaching attribute is being able to adjust mid-game.
Yeah. Where
you have to go off script.
Yeah.
Your game plan didn't work. Now I have to figure out a way to win. I feel like that's the most valuable asset you can have as a coach.
Yeah.
So I can show certain games where the entire bench, a couple games where the entire bench, or just a few players on the bench didn't show up.
Absolutely.
You can adjust. Oh, he's not giving me the minutes I need. I'm going to Tatum.
Anthony Edwards had a couple games like that.
And you can't use the argument that would be disrespectful. You got to ride with him because you just disrespected Jason Tatum and didn't ride with him and give him a chance.
Absolutely.
So you can't use that. You can't use that argument.
And Jason Tatum shot 37.4% from 3 this year, around there, and Booker shot 36. So Tatum shot a percentage higher. He made 3 threes a game this year. Devin Booker made 2.2. So once again, if in your basketball mind, you're not looking at Devin Booker as a better 3-point shooter, because
he's not a better 3-point shooter than Jason Tatum. He's literally not.
He doesn't make as many threes, and he doesn't make them at a higher percentage than Jason Tatum.
No.
So you can't give me that argument. He shot well in the Olympics.
Jason's done for years. We have years to back this up.
He shot well in the Olympics. Props to him. He fit in. But once again, it was the insertion of Jason Tatum that didn't happen that we have issue with.
Yeah.
Because it started on day one. The DMP on the second day just confirmed that that Steve Kerr was a little bit, that he was disrespectful in a way.
Yeah.
And maybe it was Grant Hill telling Steve Kerr not to play him because Jason Tatum stuck up for Jaylen Brown. We don't know.
Yeah.
But all we can say is that the treatment of Jason Tatum this Olympics was disrespectful, and we can end it right there because this is probably the last time we'll talk about that.
Yeah. And another thing I want to talk about from that gold medal game that Wemby is going to be.
Oh, my God. The hezzy he did, oh, my God.
Off the rip, beginning of the game, like, deep three ball.
Yeah, nah.
Like, he's gonna be a problem in this league. And I can only imagine, I still get frustrated watching Wemby. Because I saw him last year on the Spurs, and I saw him with this France team. Neither of those teams have a point guard.
Chris
Paul with him. Because there's so many times I'm watching him play, and I'm like, pass the ball, he's wide open. Like, he's flashy, he's getting a down screen, he's getting a block-to-block screen. I'm like, feed him the ball.
Give it to him, bro. He can't be stopped. He just can't.
No.
And then once he really,
especially in the FIBA rules where he can hit it on the rim.
Oh my god.
There's no stopping him.
And it's still the tip-in game in the NBA too. It doesn't really change that much. Like he finds a way to be around the ball on offensive
11
rebounds.
11 for 19, 26 points, 4 assists, 8 rebounds.
And France's guards were really bad as far as distributing the ball. Now, props to France.
2 assists, 7 rebounds.
Props to France. Them guys play hard.
No, they do.
And
Yabusele, Celtics
and
legend.
2028 bro, in 2028, France is going to be a team to look out for.
Because you got to think about it. Wemby, I believe, will be better than any player in USA. I think he'll be the best player on the court, assuming he stays healthy.
I agree. Zachary Ricochet. Alex Sarr. One of them guys got a hit.
One of those guys will be at least solid or elite. Like, I think Ricochet will at least be an elite 3-and-D, which on that FIBA level with Wemby is scary.
And then there's the guard that's coming out this year.
There's a guard that's coming out
top 5
2025.
Nolan.
Top 3.
What's his name? Nolan something?
I forgot.
Was it
Nolan Trador or something like that?
Something like that. He can play.
Yeah, and so you got to think, and I'm not saying all these guys are going to be on that team. Like, obviously, it's the draft. People are, but let's just say between Alex Sarr, Ricochet, the guy the Hornets drafted, and that 2025 guard. Let's just say one of them is good.
Yeah.
And another one is like good enough to play on Team France.
Yeah.
You have Wemby, Yabusele would be 31, 32 by then. Still able to play.
Yeah. Ricochet.
Gobert will be gone, hopefully.
Hopefully, bro. Gobert.
The Gobert
DNPs.
stuff that we talk about on this channel, it's actually not, like, 9 times out of 10 is not trolling, because you have to really watch.
Literally.
You have to watch games. You have to watch big games, and I've yet to see Gobert play. Okay, let me put it to you like this: he's the defensive player of the year, right? He's the 4-time defensive player of the year. In the tournament, France started making their run and being successful when they went small ball.
Without him.
He got benched.
Yeah.
Without him. The coach said, for France, the reason for doing this, he wanted a better defensive lineup. When will we ever say that about the defensive player of the year?
So the way we credit him is also the way we bring him down. And
it proves. And what do you mean small ball? When he's 7'5"?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, he's just not good, and that's no exaggeration.
Offensively, what can you really ask him to do other than
set screens a little bit,
get a tip in at 7'1"?
Yeah, like it's just he's not. I
don't know.
He's never been that great of a basketball player. I
think everything is about fit, and I don't know. I'd rather have Bobo.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about this. Was also something I wanted to clear up.
Yeah.
Since this Olympics is over, I also need to clear up the air with this. Okay. Obviously, we talked about the Jason Tatum things as far as him playing.
Right.
Let's give our top 5 American players right now. Let's clear the air on what we think are the top 5 American basketball players.
Top 5 American basketball players. Okay, off the top. Number 1, I'm going Anthony Edwards.
Okay.
I I was not the highest on how he played in certain playoff games, but you got to see that the mentality's there.
Yeah.
He won't be a bad player performer.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't think he'll be a bad player performer. There's just certain things that he just showed his youngness.
Yeah.
The pass turnover when he should have just rose up and shot the ball against the Mavericks.
Yeah.
A couple just bad efficiency games.
He showed his youth. Yeah.
Yeah, he showed his youth, but like you still see flashes when he decided to get downhill and not settle.
Yeah.
Like you just see that he's gonna be a really good playoff performer.
Yeah.
He just needs to mature in this league. Number 2, I would go Jason Tatum. I do not need to read off the accolades again. What he's done in this league at a young age. Oh, number 3.
I think
I have to go LeBron.
Yeah.
Unless
Okay.
I have to go LeBron.
See, for me,
in an 82 game season, I still yeah.
for me, it's I would go Anthony Edwards once again, because like you said, he does have that mentality. You just see a guy like that, and you know he's gonna be able to perform for a long time at a high level. He's just a bucket getter. At 2, I would go Steph Curry at this point, because he's only 2 years removed from a championship.
Okay.
And Jason Tatum would be my 3. I like the disrespect to Jason Tatum is just crazy.
Yeah.
It's like this guy has staple playoff moments that just people don't want to talk about.
Yeah, like
Against great teams. I guess they didn't come as far down the road.
yeah, like once
But-
again, the way we pray, and I'm not saying he should be above like Shea, because I have Shea above Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
But these young players that we just praised, the Ja Morants a year or two ago, the Shea Gilgeous-Alexanders, the Anthony Edwards, these elite player performances, but leaving in the second round or third round. Tatum's already done that. He's put up 51. He's put up 47. He's put up 50, 51 in a game 7.
I would argue the Tatum game against the Bucks, when he dropped about 46 just straight shooting, that's probably a top 5 performance I've ever seen.
Outplaying Giannis in Milwaukee, down 3-2. Like, I don't.
In 2022, at following up a Giannis championship where we thought the Bucks were about to be a dynasty, he shut down a dynasty by himself.
Like, it just shows that, yes, he had a little shooting slump, but he also sacrificed this year to win a championship.
Yeah.
It like, all these things that he already showed you he can do that.
Yeah.
And I guess, obviously, you want to see it on the highest stage, but, hey, if he doesn't do it on the highest stage and loses, then I'll be mad.
Yeah.
But he didn't do it, and he sacrificed, and it got him a championship. So if he sacrifices again and shoots terrible but has a lot of assists and rebounds, I'm still going to have him in my top, because I guess it translates to winning. That's all I see.
Yeah.
It translates to winning.
And that's how we judge around here.
Yeah.
We judge how much does a player impact winning basketball.
Yeah.
So
4, I might go Brunson.
wait. What? The top 3 have to. The big 3 is still in my top 5. I'm not gonna lie to you.
The big 3 is still in your top 5?
Yeah. So Katie and Bron are 4 and 5 for me. Katie's 5.
I already had
Bron's 4.
Oh, Curry.
Yeah,
my fault.
yeah.
Oh.
So would 5 be Brunson for you?
That's what I'm saying. It's between
so
Brunson and KD. It's between Brunson and KD.
Katie. I think Katie is just
Like, obviously, in one game, I would take KD right now, but I do want to give Brunson his flowers.
That's an interesting art. Like, after those 5, though, I think there is a steep drop off.
Yeah, like
In my opinion,
Brunson had a run.
Ja.
I'm interested to see the Knicks this year. Like, I'm really high on the Knicks. I just don't know if they'll be healthy.
Yeah.
Like, that's a big, like, with Tibbs, and obviously I know Mikal Bridges and but
yeah,
dang, I would probably it's so hard, because it goes back to, I would take KD over Brunson in one game.
Yeah.
But
is KD gonna play? And once again, that's what people don't understand nowadays. It's these guys aren't giving you that night to night.
Yeah, and I also think the way we take Anthony Edwards over KD because he went and swept him.
Yeah,
I think about let's say the Knicks played the Suns, and what if Brunson had like 3 or 4 40-point games?
Yeah,
in a series against KD. Like, I think we would be talking about Brunson over KD. So that it's interesting. Obviously, in one game I would take KD, but it's between Brunson and KD.
Yeah. And
For sure.
and I'll make a hot take to end this video off. KD has never been a high impact winning basketball guys with the guys he's discussed with.
With the guys he discussed with,
No. LeBron and Curry easily have a higher impact on winning than KD does. It's just what it is. Like KD's
because Curry,
they have the ball in their hands first
Yes.
off, and if they don't, Curry's running all over the place.
you have to. So Curry changes your entire defense.
Exactly.
And then I don't have to give you an explanation why LeBron translates to winning. Just look at how many.
But yeah, we were having this argument yesterday, and I might. People are are not going to feel this way, but we would take, and we both agreed on this.
Yes.
We would take 2019 Kawhi, and maybe let's just say championship Jokic.
Or right now.
2023 Jokic
2023 Jokic.
over any version of Kevin Durant.
Any version of Kevin Durant.
And let me say, other than 2019 Kawhi, there is no season where I would ever even think about putting Kawhi over Kevin Durant. No, that's not what I'm saying.
It's just
but that particular
if we're just going by primes.
That particular Raptor season, he was a better basketball player than Kevin Durant has ever been.
Ever. He was arguably the best defender I've ever seen.
So he's the best wing defender you've ever seen. He was shooting around 39% from three. He could always shoot the three ball.
One of the clutchest shots of all time.
He hit the best game winner of all time.
The best game winner.
He took down Giannis and Embiid in a single postseason.
Yeah.
When that could have been Embiid's championship, his only championship.
That could have been Embiid's.
And we
could be talking about Embiid, Giannis, because then they might both have one ring.
Giannis might have two.
That's what I'm saying.
Like Kawhi shut down two more great all-time talents from getting championships that year. KD has never had that. And we're not going to pretend that the Raptors team was that much better than everybody else. They weren't. I mean, the Sixers had Jimmy Butler, the good Ben Simmons, and Joel Embiid.
I love Kyle Lowry, but why are we acting like Kyle Lowry?
And that was a good team. We're not saying
they were a great team.
Absolutely.
But old Marcus, that team is. I'm sorry, without Kawhi, that team is terrible.
Yes.
That team is not good.
They're not making the playoffs, probably.
No.
But let us know how y'all feel about all these comments that we made.
No, I'm definitely taking. I'm taking right now Jokic, and this is just me personally. I'm taking right now Jokic over any year of Curry, and that's me personally. I think Curry's a better all-time player. Curry has had a better career, but I'm taking right now Jokic. Other than 2018, LeBron is the best basketball player I've ever seen. Yeah. He makes the right play every single time down the court. He's still giving you 27 points.
He's just the most
extremely efficient.
Yeah.
Giving you 13, 14 rebounds, and then he's going to give you 10 assists. And he's going to give you about 8 in the regular season, but he's going to give you about 10 assists when it comes to playoff time. He is a good defender.
Yeah.
He is a good defender.
Yeah.
Which I don't even have to talk about his defense because Curry's isn't like that either. But Jokic.
He's just a perfect offensive.
Yeah, I mean the fact that Serbia can even have the lead the whole game and be in a game against that USA squad just shows
his greatness,
how impactful, and how he can manipulate the game and waste time and get his teammates involved. Because Serbia shot elite very, very well, but you have to understand that's Jokic creates that.
Yeah.
The Nuggets are not a good basketball team without Nikola Jokic.
Absolutely.
I mean, you look at Curry's running mates, and then Jokic had Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
So it's nothing against Curry. I think Curry once again is a better all-time player for sure, and I think, he's gonna have a better career. I think. Yeah, he will have a better career
and a higher impact on the way basketball is played.
Yes,
Jokic.
Way higher impact on the way basketball is played.
But on winning and performing in clutch moments, you can depend on this guy. I don't know. I would probably go Jokic.
I would go Jokic, and it's not a knock against Curry. It's not just.
We're talking about a 3-time MVP.
We're talking about a 3-time MVP who maybe should have 4.
Yeah,
and
he's just dominated the league.
He just dominated the league, and it's all no athleticism.
Yeah,
I mean he's athletic, but. Yeah. He plays on the ground.
Yeah.
He's not jumping. It's skill.
Yeah.
He's the best passer in the league. As a center, he's the best passer in the league. I think the best rebounder in the league. And he's giving you 26, 27.
Yeah, for sure.
Efficiently. Like around the rim. And then maybe we'll hit you with a 3 or a
triple-double every
His
game.
touch is just crazy as a center. But that's all I really have to say.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe. And peace out.